Welcome back to Chukitable Media.
The day the guns roared in Bissau, a coup shakes Guinea Bissau. The morning air in Bissau was thick with anticipation, a heavy, nervous energy that lingered 3 days after the general elections. President Umaro Embalo, the favored candidate, and his opposition rival, Fernando Diaz, had both prematurely claimed victory, while the nation held its breath, awaiting the official results due Thursday. But on Wednesday, a different, far more ominous sound shattered the calm, the rapid, deafening rattle of heavy gunfire near the heart of the capital. The sound was a siren call announcing the return of an old, dark chapter in Guinea-Bissau's turbulent history. Suddenly, the main road leading to the presidential palace was clogged not with traffic, but with men in crisp military uniforms, faces grim and weapons raised. The military, the traditional kingmakers and breakers in this coup-prone nation, were on the move. The declaration of control. By early afternoon, the swift takeover was formalized. General Denis Nakanher, the head of the presidential military office, sat at a table, framed by an intimidating tableau of armed soldiers. His voice, steady and commanding, delivered the chilling decree to journalists. A new command, he announced, composed of all branches of the armed forces, was seizing total control of the country until further notice. The reasons given were as dramatic as the actions, an alleged plot to destabilize the nation, involving national drug lords and the smuggling of weapons to alter the constitutional order. The arrests and the silence. The political landscape was instantly decapitated. President Embalo, who had been poised for re-election, was now a prisoner. A military source confirmed to AFP that the president had been arrested and taken to the General Staff headquarters, where he was supposedly being well treated. He was not alone. A senior officer added that the Chief of Staff and the Minister of the Interior had also been detained. Then came another significant arrest. Domingos Simoes Pereira, the veteran opposition leader who had been blocked from running by the Supreme Court and had thrown his weight behind rival Fernando Diaz, was also swept up. The men who had fought for political power were now united in military custody. The command moved swiftly to establish an iron grip. General Nakanher declared the immediate suspension of the entire electoral process, which now lay in tatters. Borders, land, air, and sea were sealed shut. Even the airwaves fell silent, as the military suspended all media programming, and the streets were emptied by a mandatory curfew. By the time the day ended, AFP journalists reported the city of Bissau was a ghost town. The military had patrols across all major thoroughfares, their presence a stark symbol of the shift in power. International alarm. For Guinea-Bissau, one of the world's poorest countries and a notorious hub for drug trafficking, this was a bitter repetition of past crises. Political instability, long a facilitator of the illegal drug trade, had returned with a vengeance. Adding to the chaos, the National Electoral Commission itself was attacked by unidentified armed men during the coup. The international community reacted with immediate alarm. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres voiced deep concern. Portugal, the nation's former colonial ruler, demanded the resumption of the electoral process. Meanwhile, the deployed 6,780+ security personnel, including those from the ECOWAS stabilization force, could only watch as the democratic process crumbled. The African Union and ECOWAS observation missions released a joint statement, deploring the events as a blatant attempt to disrupt the democratic process.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the concluding part of the history of Guinea-Bissau. This is Chukitable Media. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Put on your notification button, and God bless you as you do. Bye for now.